Your greatness isn't a distant dream. It's lying dormant within you right now, waiting to be awakened. Every single morning when you open your eyes, you have a choice to continue living as you are or to take that first bold step toward becoming who you're truly meant to be. Look at your hands for a moment. These same hands that might feel ordinary have the power to build something extraordinary. Your mind, which might be filled with doubts today, has the capacity to generate ideas that could transform not just your life, but the lives of countless others. I once met a young woman who worked as a janitor at a local school. Every day she would clean the hallways, watching students rush to their classes. But instead of accepting this as her final destination, she saw it as her starting point. And for breaks, she would read books from the school library. After her shift, she would take online courses. Within 3 years, she wasn't just cleaning those classrooms, she was teaching in them. What was the difference between her and the countless others who dream but never act? She understood one fundamental truth. Becoming the best version of yourself isn't about making giant leaps. It's about making conscious choices every single day. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 proven strategies that will transform you from where you are to where you're destined to be. These aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools that have changed countless lives, and they can change yours too. The best part, you don't need special talents, privileged backgrounds, or extraordinary circumstances. All you need is the willingness to take action and the commitment to stay consistent. Are you ready to become the person you were created to be? Are you prepared to leave behind the limitations that have held you back? Let's begin with the first fundamental principle that will set your transformation in motion. Your true worth can be measured by your bank account, your social media followers, or the car you drive. Yet so many of us make the mistake of tying our value to these external markers of success. Let me tell you something powerful. You were born with worth. It's not something you need to earn. It's something you need to recognize. Think about a $100 bill. Whether it's crisp and new or crumpled and worn, its value doesn't change. The same applies to you. Your circumstances, your past mistakes, your current struggles, none of these define your worth. I met a business owner who lost everything in the 2008 financial crisis. His company collapsed, his house was foreclosed, and his friends disappeared. He told me, I felt worthless. I thought my success made me valuable. Through his darkest moments, he learned the most important lesson of his life. His value wasn't in what he owned, but in who he was. Here's what you need to understand about self-worth. First, stop comparing yourself to others. When you constantly look at others' highlight reels, you're viewing their carefully curated moments against your behind-the-scenes struggles. Your path is unique. Your timeline is your own. Second, start keeping a victory journal. Every night, write down 3 things you did well that day. They don't have to be grand achievements. Maybe you smiled at a stranger, helped a colleague, or simply didn't give up when things got tough. This practice builds your self-awareness of your daily wins. Third, learn to accept compliments. When someone praises you, don't deflect it. Say thank you and let it sink in. This simple act helps rewire your brain to accept positive feedback about yourself. Fourth, set boundaries. Your time, energy, and skills have value. Don't let others waste them.
You're not just relaxing, you're
When you
actually
say no to things
changing
that
the
don't align with
structure
your
of
values,
your
you're saying
brain.
yes to yourself.
You're creating new neural
Stand in front of a
pathways
mirror.
and breaking down old
Look
ones.
yourself in the eyes
It's like
and speak 3
reprogramming a computer,
positive truths
but
about
instead
yourself.
of
Not about your achievements, but about who you are. I am resilient. I am caring. I'm worthy of respect. Do this
it's
every
something
morning
you can
for 30
start
days.
doing right now. Think
Remember
about
Maria,
it. In
a single
72
mother who worked
hours,
3
you can
jobs to support her
completely
children.
rewire your brain. You can
She
break
felt
free from
trapped
old
by her
patterns and
circumstances
create a new reality
until she
for
realized
yourself.
some.
It sounds like magic, but it's actually
Worth wasn't
based
in
on
her struggle, but
science,
in her
the
strength.
science of
started small,
neuroplasticity and the power of our
took
thoughts.
online courses
Every
during her
single
lunch
thought
breaks,
you
built a
have
side
creates a
business on
biochemical
weekends.
reaction in your brain.
Today,
It
she runs her
produces
own
a feeling
successful
in your
company.
body. And
Not
those
because she
feelings are the
suddenly
end
became
product of
worthy,
past
but because she finally
experiences.
saw the
So when you
worth
have a
she
thought, you
always
may...
had. Your true worth is like gravity. It exists whether you believe in it or not. But when you start recognizing it, something magical happens. You stop accepting less than you deserve. You begin making choices that align with your values. Your relationships improve because you're no longer seeking validation from others. Most importantly, you start showing up differently in the world. When you know
Joe,
your
that
worth,
sounds
you
great, but how
don't
do I
need to
actually
prove it.
do it? Well, I'm glad you
There's a
asked.
quiet
It
confidence
all
that comes
starts with
from this
understanding the
understanding.
power of your mind and your
Not
ability to
arrogance,
shape
but
your own
authentic
reality.
self-assurance.
You see,
This is your foundation. Everything else we'll discuss builds on this truth. You're worthy. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. The greatest battlefield isn't out there in the world. It's between your ears. Every achievement, every breakthrough, every transformation begins with one fire, your mindset. The thoughts you think today shape the life you'll live tomorrow. Let me share a truth that changed my perspective forever. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you consistently tell it. When you repeatedly think, I can't, your brain creates pathways that make that thought your reality. But here's the good news. You can rewire these pathways. I remember working with a young athlete who kept missing crucial shots during games. His skills were excellent during practice, but under pressure, he crumbled. Why? Because he had one thought running through his mind: don't mess up. His brain, focusing on the negative, created exactly what he feared. He worked on replacing that thought
and
with
you start
"I'm
to
prepared."
feel exactly the way you were thinking.
Three
And
simple
then you start
words.
thinking the
At
way you
first he didn't
feel,
believe it,
and you feel
but
the
he
way you
committed to
think.
repeating this new thought
It's a
every day
cycle
before every
that keeps you
practice,
stuck
before
in
every
the
game.
same patterns
Within
day
months,
after
his
day.
performance
You
transformed,
can
not
break
because his skills
that
improved.
cycle. You can change
They
your
were always
thoughts,
there.
and in doing so,
Here's
you
how
can
you can
change
master
your
your
entire
mindset.
life. And
First,
it
become
doesn't
aware of
take
your thought
years of
patterns.
therapy or radical
Most
life
people
changes. It can happen in
let
just
thoughts run
72
wild in their
hours.
heads
Now,
without
I
ever
know what you're
examining them.
thinking.
Start catching your negative thoughts, write them down. Are they true? Or are they just old recordings playing on repeat? Second, replace these thoughts systematically. Don't try to go from I'm a failure to I'm the greatest overnight. Your brain won't buy it. Instead, move gradually. I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm getting better every day. These are thoughts your brain can accept and build upon. Third, create a morning mental routine. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Before touching your phone, before checking emails, feed your mind with positive input, read something uplifting. Listen to motivational content. Write down your goals as if you've already achieved them. Take a blank paper. Draw a line down the middle. On the left, write your current limiting beliefs. On the right, write their opposites. I'm too old to start becomes my experience gives me an advantage. I don't have enough resources becomes I'm resourceful and creative. You remember John? He was a 45-year-old factory worker who dreamed of starting his own business. His mind was full of, I'm too old. I don't have a degree. The market is too competitive. But he started small. Every day he replaced one negative thought with a positive one. I have years of practical experience. I understand real-world problems. There's always room for quality service. Today, John runs a successful consulting business, teaching companies how to improve their manufacturing processes. His knowledge didn't change, his mindset did. Your mindset is like a garden. Negative thoughts are weeds. They'll grow on their own if you let them. Positive thoughts are flowers. They need planting, watering, and care. But once they take root, they transform the entire landscape. Start monitoring your self-talk. When you catch yourself saying, I have to, replace it with I get to. A small shift changes everything. I have to work becomes I get to earn and contribute. I have to exercise becomes I get to strengthen my body. A successful person you admire face doubts, fears, and negative thoughts. The difference, they learned to master their mindset. They understood that confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the ability to move forward despite it. Your potential is far greater than your current thoughts allow you to believe. But to reach it, you must first master what goes on in your mind. Because everything you want to achieve, everything you dream of becoming, starts right here. Life rewards action, not intention. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't filled with plans. It's filled with bold, consistent action. Right now, there are countless opportunities waiting for you, but they're hiding behind the wall of your comfort zone. Think about a time when you were learning to ride a bike. You couldn't learn by reading books about cycling or watching others ride. You had to get on that bike, well, fall down, get back up, and keep trying. Success works the same way. Let me tell you about Carlos. He worked at a restaurant for 12 years, dreaming of opening his own place. He had notebooks full of recipes, business plans, and ideas. But he was comfortable. His job was safe. And one day, his daughter asked him, "Dad, when are you going to open your restaurant?" That simple question hit him hard. He realized he was teaching his daughter to settle for less than her dreams. The next day, Carlos took his first bold step. He started selling his special sauce at local markets on weekends. Was it scary? Yes. Did he feel ready? No. But he did it anyway. Each small success built his confidence. Today, he owns 2 successful restaurants. The sauce that scared him to sell at markets is now his best-selling product. Here's how you can start taking bold acts. First, identify your fear zone. What's that one thing you know you should do but keep putting off? Write it down. Now break it into smaller steps. You don't need to jump from the ground to the rooftop. Second, use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule. When you need to take action, count down from 5. At 1, move, don't think, or then I move. This technique bypasses your brain's fear response. Third, create stakes for yourself. Tell someone about your goals. Register for that course. Put money down on that commitment. When we have skin in the game, we're more likely to follow through. This is a powerful exercise. Every morning, do one thing that scares you before 10 a.m. Start small. Make that phone call you've been avoiding. Speak up in that meeting. Share your idea with your boss. Each small act of courage builds your bold action muscle. Remember Sada? She had a secure corporate job but felt called to teach. Instead of quitting immediately, she started tutoring 1 student on weekends, then 2, then 5. She created online lessons during her lunch breaks. Within a year, she had enough students to make the leap. Each small action built the bridge to her new life. Bold action has a magical quality. It creates clarity. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the first step. The path reveals itself to those who start walking. Think about water. At room temperature, it's passive, conforming to whatever container holds it. But at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it transforms, becoming a powerful force that can move machines. The difference, 1 degree of action. You're 1 bold move away from starting your transformation. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. Every person who has achieved something meaningful had to step out of their comfort zone. They had to take bold action before they felt ready. Debate right now. What bold action will you take? Because a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. Success isn't built on occasional moments of brilliance. It's built on daily habits that seem small but compound over time. Think of your life as a bank account. Every habit is either making deposits or withdrawals from your future. Look at any successful person's daily routine, and you'll find it's not their talent that sets them apart. It's their habits. They've learned to make excellence automatic. It's not about motivation. It's about creating systems that work even when motivation is low. Think Michael, a struggling salesman who could never meet his targets. His problem wasn't his sales skills, it was his morning routine. He would hit snooze 3 times, rush to work, and start his day stressed and unprepared. One day, his manager shared something powerful. Your evening routine determines your morning success. And your morning routine determines your daily success. Michael started small. He laid out his clothes the night before, prepared his breakfast, reviewed his sales call for the next day. Then he set his alarm 30 minutes earlier, just 30 minutes. Within weeks, his sales numbers started climbing. Why? Because he wasn't just changing his schedule. He was building winning habits. Here's how to build habits that stick. Understand the habit looks. Reward. Every habit has these three elements. Want to exercise in the morning? Put your workout clothes next to your bed, triggered. Do just 5 minutes of exercise action. And reward yourself with your favorite breakfast reward. Not a second. Make it ridiculously easy to start. Don't try to transform your entire life overnight. Want to read more? Start with 1 page per day. Want to get fit? Start with 1 push-up. Stack your habits. Connect new habits to existing ones. After I pour my morning coffee, existing habit, I will write 1 paragraph, new habit. After I brush my teeth, existing habit, I will do 1 minute of stretching, new habit. Create a success hour. The first hour of your day divided into 3 parts. 20 minutes for your body exercise, stretching, walking. 20 minutes for your mind reading, learning, planning. 20 minutes for your spirit meditation, gratitude, visualization. Remember Lisa? She was always too busy to pursue her dreams of writing. Then she learned about habit stacking. She started writing for just 15 minutes while her morning coffee brewed. Those minutes turned into pages, pages into chapters. Today, she's published 2 books, all built on a 15-minute daily habit. Your habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small, consistent actions might not seem significant today, but over time, they create remarkable results. A1 improvement each day makes you 37 times better by the end of the year. Start with your keystone habits. Those habits that naturally lead to other good habits. Regular exercise often leads to better eating. Reading often leads to better thinking. Early rising often leads to better planning. This is what most people get wrong about habits. They focus on outcomes instead of entity. Don't say, I want to lose weight. Say, I'm becoming a healthy person. Don't say, I want to write a book. Say, I'm becoming a writer. Your habits should reflect the person you're becoming. Check your habits. Use a simple checklist or habit tracking app. What gets measured gets managed. Celebrate your streaks, but don't break yourself over broken ones. If you miss a day, never miss twice. If remember, your habits shape your life more than your moments of inspiration. The small decisions you make today, what you eat, how you spend your first hour, what you read, are quietly shaping your destiny. First, start now. Pick 1 small habit. Make it easy. Make it daily. Make it your. The secret to personal growth isn't found in focusing on yourself. It's found in serving others. It might sound backward, but the more you give, the more you grow. When you help others rise, you rise with them. I've seen this truth play out countless times. Take David, and a professional who felt stuck in his career. His breakthrough came when he started teaching coding to kids at a local community center. As he simplified complex concepts for children, his own understanding deepened. His confidence grew. The connections he made led to opportunities he never expected. Something magical happens when you focus on serving others. Your problems seem smaller, your purpose becomes clearer, your skills sharpen, but most importantly, you discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. Here's how to grow through service. First, identify what you can offer right now. Don't wait until you're expert enough. You know something that can help someone else? Maybe it's a skill, maybe it's just your time, maybe it's your ability to listen. That's a second. Find your service sweet spot. That's where your talents meet others' needs. Are you good with numbers? Help small businesses with their books. Love reading. Tutor struggling students. Good at organizing. Help elderly neighbors declutter their homes. Third, make service a regular part of your schedule. It's not about finding time. It's about making time. Block out specific hours each week for serving others. Treat these commitments as seriously as you would any important meeting. Create a gift list. Write down 10 things you can give that don't cost money. Your experience, your knowledge, your encouragement. Now give one of these gifts each day. Remember Rachel? She was battling depression after losing her job. Her therapist suggested volunteering at a food bank. At first, she went just to get out of the house. But something shifted as she worked alongside others, helping families in need. Her focus moved from her own problems to solving others' problems. Today, she runs volunteer programs for 3 nonprofits. Her service changes your perspectives. When you're stuck in your own head, problems seem huge. But when you step out to serve others, you gain new perspectives. Solutions appear. Opportunities emerge. Products are made to add value in every interaction. In meetings, how can you help others shine? In your community, what needs can you fill? In your family, how can you serve more effectively? The beauty of service is that it creates a positive cycle. As you serve others, you develop new skills. As you develop new skills, you can serve more effectively. As you serve more effectively, your impact grows. As your impact grows, so does your sense of purpose. Your growth is directly proportional to your contribution. The more you pour into others, the more you'll find yourself growing in unexpected ways. Knowledge isn't just power. It's opportunity, growth, and security all rolled into one. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start becoming obsolete. In today's world, the most valuable skill isn't any single piece of knowledge. Let me tell you about Robert, a 54-year-old factory worker. When his company introduced new automated systems, most of his co-workers panicked. But Robert did something different. He started learning about the new machines during his lunch breaks. While others complained, he learned. When the transition came, he wasn't just ready. He became the go-to trainer for the new system. That success leaves clues, and one common thread among successful people is their commitment to lifelong learning. They treat their mind like an athlete treats their body, constantly training, growing, adapting. Here's how to become a master learner. First, adopt the beginner's mindset. No matter how much you know, there's always more to learn. Pride blocks progress. Humility opens doors to new knowledge. Second, create a learning ritual. Dedicate specific times for learning. Maybe it's 20 pages of a book each morning. Maybe it's one online course module each evening. Maybe it's a new skill practice for 30 minutes daily. Third, apply what you learn immediately. Knowledge without action is like food without digestion. It provides no nourishment. Read about communication. Practice it in your next conversation. Learn a new business concept. Apply it to your work this week. Start a knowledge journal. Each day, write down one new thing you learned. Could be from a book, a conversation, a mistake, or an observation. This simple practice trains your brain to look for learning opportunities everywhere. Remember Patricia. She was a grandmother who never finished high school. At 65, she decided to learn computer skills. Her grandchildren laugh. Grandma, you can barely use your phone. A YouTube tutorial at a time. One practice session at a time. Today, she runs an online craft store teaching others what she learned. Your brain is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use. Every new skill you learn, every new concept you master, creates new neural pathways. These pathways make learning the next thing easier. Make learning a habit. Read books that challenge you. Take courses outside your comfort zone. Learn from people different from you. Each new perspective expands your understanding of what's possible. Here's a secret about learning. It compounds. Everything you learn connects with everything else you know, creating new insights, new opportunities, new ways of thinking. You ought to start with your curiosities. What have you always wanted to learn? Coding, cooking, public speaking. Start there. Your interest will fuel your persistence. Remember this. In a world of constant change, learning isn't just about adding new skills. It's about remaining relevant, adaptable, and valuable. The skills that got you here won't get you there. Your brain's unlimited capacity for learning. Age doesn't matter. Background doesn't matter. What matters is your willingness to start and your commitment to continue. When everything falls apart, when doubts creep in, when others question your path, your vision becomes your anchor. It's not just about having a dream. It's about staying committed when that dream is tested. I once met a single mother who worked 3 jobs to put herself through medical school. What kept me going? She said, every night I would look at my daughter sleeping and see my future self in a white coat helping other families. That vision was stronger than any tiredness. Your vision has to be bigger than your fears, stronger than your doubts, and more real to you than your current circumstances. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about holding on to your vision through imperfect moments. Here's how to stay committed to your vision. Create a vision board, but make it different. Don't just put pictures, add your why. Why this goal matters. Why you must achieve it. Why giving up isn't an option. Set daily reminders of your vision. Make it the background on your phone. Write it on your mirror. Keep it where you can't ignore it. Connect with people who believe in your vision. Find mentors who've walked similar paths. Join communities that fuel your dreams. Remember Thomas? He failed his business 3 times, but his vision of creating jobs in his community kept him going. Today, his company employs 50 people from his neighborhood. Your vision isn't just about you. It's about all the lives you'll touch when you succeed. Stay committed. Keep moving forward. Your vision is counting on you. In the end, becoming the best version of yourself isn't a destination. It's a commitment. A commitment you make every morning when you open your eyes and every night before you close them. Everything we've discussed today. Knowing your worth, mastering your mindset, taking bold action, building winning habits, serving others, never stopping learning, and staying committed to your vision. These aren't just strategies. They're keys that unlock the door to your highest potential. Knowledge alone won't transform your life. You must act. Starting right now, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready. Take out your phone, open your calendar, mark the next 30 days as your transformation period. Commit to applying just one principle each day. That's all it takes to start. One small step, one firm decision, one moment of courage. Inside you lies dormant potential waiting to be awakened. You have greatness within you. Your past does not determine your future. Your current circumstances do not define your ultimate destiny. The choice is yours. The time is now. Rise up and become who you were created